US may need $7 billion for monkeypox. All right. $7 billion. Let that sink in. We've already sent billions of dollars in Ukraine for war funding. Is that the right
58
term for it?
billion. 58
58
billion
billion?
dollars were already spent in Ukraine. That was the last time I checked, which was literally a month ago or so. So I can only imagine how much more money we spent. This is getting
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's honestly it's a risk assessment. If we were to go down, I'd cut it at five, so I'd taken a 50% loss. And that's another thing that I want to bring up. If someone's telling you to buy stocks without giving you a stop loss target, to me that's telling you that they don't think it's going to go down. To me that tells me that they don't know what they're saying. Unless generational wealth holder for 40, 20, 30 years, that's a different realm. I don't cover that. That's not who I am. But in terms of trading, always have a stop loss. I was shocked to see Q talk about stop losses, because I was like, okay, this guy's an investor. But even he said, do you remember, he said, I
Yeah.
have an exit. And I'm like, awesome. So he's done all this work on fundamentals and technical, and then when he's wrong, he has a level, he gets out. So if he's doing it, I don't understand why others aren't doing it. So
Yeah, it's a little bit hard because again, when you're told long-term investing, that includes you having diamond hands.
you can
That's the
re-enter,
reality.
in my opinion, right? Like if you
Yeah,
get
no,
stopped
you
out
should.
and like you're like, oh, I was wrong. That happens all the time, right? You buy, you average up, which is fine. Anyway, so this is the ticker symbol SIGA, and if you guys look at it, all calls with two puts. Let's look at overflow, bullish overflow, 2.18 million in net premiums. What is net premium? Calls minus puts. 96.8 is in terms of calls, puts, 71.26 for buys and sells. Um, let's see what they're hitting mostly. So they're hitting August 19th, which is the August OPEX, and they're hitting strike price 10, 25, 15, 12.5, 17.5, 20. So it's all over the place. Um, but yeah, so this is something that you want to keep an eye on. Um, just see who the leaders are. Right now, I do believe SIGA is the leader, and it could see 25. And if this thing gets blown up, this can get way over. But this is the stuff you want to watch. It's really easy to get caught up in the news and then just get emotional about it. Um, Regardless of if you make money or not, the stocks are gonna move. I'm just showing you how can you can use this news to convert into dollars and kind of make a change in your life.
So, quick question for you, Mo. What even made you eye this months ago? I know you heard about monkeypox, but how did you even find this ticker symbol, this company?
So basically what you see is, and that's a very good question. What you see is what are the trends on Twitter. So you could just search and go on news and go see what's trending. And I saw monkeypox was trending, and I saw big lots were being bought. You can look at that information on level two information. So a lot of people were buying stocks and calls, and there wasn't much insider selling, which you can where you can see insider selling and all that. There was not much going on, and it was actually catching momentum, and it was holding price. So if you go back on the chart, it's been holding 10 to 12 for the last month and a half, which tells you that's an accumulation phase. People are buying. Even when people are selling, buyers are stepping and buying that. And so it's a mix of a couple of things. Fundamentals, right? What does it actually do? They have an actual vaccine. Yes, they do. Technicals, it's been holding a certain price range. And then the next is flow. If those three things ever match for me, that's a high conviction. Now, next, get to reward. How much am I willing to lose? So let's say I didn't do calls or anything like that. I just bought stocks. So let's say you put in 10 grand. How much are you willing to lose? I'm okay losing 5K on that, because if this does work, you understand what happened to Moderna, what happened to PFE, and it's so fresh that I took the chance. Like when COVID was happening, I never took it seriously, man. I heard Trump. I remember it was January or Feb, and he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we took care of it. It's not coming. All good." Checked India, China, all good. But now, trading taught me how to think for myself and not actually take people and news on face value.
Yeah, for sure. And seeing that the whole $7 billion that's now being spent towards this, I mean, I have my little conspiracy theory on this now too. I don't think this. What, 5 people died in the world? This isn't a pandemic yet, but they're trying to make it seem like it is. So we'll see what happens from there, man. I could see this being like a catalyst to try to get folks to believe in the current administration because they've lost so much faith in this administration. I mean, literally his approval rating is like the worst in 40 years or something like that, something crazy. So this could possibly be a way for the media to try to pump up this as being the next big scare tactic, and the only person who can save you is, this administration that dropped $7 billion or planning on dropping $7 billion. I'm just tired of this country just spending ridiculous amount of money like this. But when it comes to certain things like education, healthcare, and all this other stuff, it's like, oh, that's later on. It's whatever. That doesn't matter. So that's just me on my political rant there.